Hey everybody, it's Tisha, and I want to talk a little about next year's Valentine's Day. Yesterday was Valentine's Day 2012, so this is a very recent posting that I'm doing. I had a couple of questions from AGs and femmes on how to find that one. Now, I'm single, but I did take some advice and spoke to a couple of people who had relationships more than 3 years, and some that are actually married. Here we go. So first thing that they told me is that to take it slow and take your time and really get to know that person. I highly second that. I'm the type that I rush into everything and have a terrible outcome. So that's that. Do not rush. And to continue with that is also, do you love yourself? If you really don't feel, if you wake up every day and you're like, oh, I don't like this and everything's negative, you're not happy. So if you're not happy, then how in the world can you be happy with somebody else? And there's some steps you can take to be happy with yourself. If you don't like your weight, change it. I want to go back down to, my model weight. And it's a process. It's annoying. Yes, I hate getting up and exercising. And I love food. So, proportions are not my friend. But I'm doing it. Something to make me happy. I don't know what it might be for you. But sit down and talk to yourself about that. And have a list of characteristics that you like in your partner. But keep in mind, the way you love may not be the same way they love. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that. It just means you have to be understanding and give it time. And what we're going to continue to talk about, sorry I'm stumbling, I'm just freehanding this, usually I have stuff written out, is the proper way to attract someone that's going to take you seriously. And I'm going to give a couple of examples of that. An example being, if you're at a club, you're looking beautiful, you think you're looking hot, you got a short skirt on and high stilettos, belly, breasts hanging out. What that's telling people is that you're fun. Is there anything wrong with fun? No. But is that a quality that people are really looking for when they're looking for a mate? Yes, in the sense of lighthearted. But not in the sense of, well, if I came up to her, she'd probably have sex with me tonight and I could just leave her. Try to dress sexy, but in a sophisticated kind of way. Also, and this is something that I taken from my archives of life experiences. If I think you're cute, I'm going to talk to you and I want to see where your mind's at. Are you focused? Do you believe in similar things that I believe in? And, how do you treat your family? How did your exes become exes? What made it end? And this is something that's prevalent to me because I notice why my relationships end. And it's definitely not all them and it's definitely not all me. There's certain signs that you have to follow. If you have that gut feeling that, hey, something's just not right, go with it. It's always a very valid thing. So I hate to say it, it's not like I don't believe in giving second chances, but sometimes your gut is really trying to tell you something. Also, are you over your ex? Are you truly over your ex? If you're not, how can you be open for somebody else? Just another thing to consider. Make sure it's over. Really make sure of that. And I'm going to say, lastly, is probably the most important is, do you consider yourself to really want a serious relationship? Sometimes you'll sit down and say, I'm lonely, I want somebody, why isn't no one calling me? But when you do have that person that's giving you all that attention, do you draw back? Or do you say, okay, I'm ready, how you doing? Things like that. Sometimes you might go a little too fast into a relationship and realize that we were just really not that ready. And you might actually hurt somebody in the process. So really think about that. So these are just a couple of things for you to think about. And Also, last but not least, socialize. It's amazing what you can find a special someone. It may not even be in the lesbian clubs or circles. You might have a straight friend that has, a little cutie patootie that's single themselves. And, just be proactive in different events. We're everywhere. So for you just to go to the gay club and hope to find wifey may not really be relevant at the time. And just take your time and be open to love. And I hope that these are a little tidbits that will help you in your future. So everyone, I hope that you guys had a happy Valentine's Day. And next week we're going to talk about love versus lust. And then after that, I'll probably talk about me starting speed dating for people in the Tampa area. So if you have any questions, you want me to talk about anything, and I will have special guests in the future. I'm sorry. I had this really great Valentine's Day video with my friend, one of my gay boys, and we really went in. But unfortunately, I don't know what happened with editing. I'm going to get back to it and probably do some snips from it at a later show. So email me at xgolden@AOL.com. Don't say it's poor name. It's because of Jill Scott's song "Living My Life Like It's Golden." Okay, and ask me anything, and I'll go ahead every week and try to answer it to the best of my ability. And I'm in the process of hosting a couple events that gets the professional lesbian group to come out and meet one another, like a nice little meet and greet. So once again, happy Valentine's Day, and I will talk to you soon.